Are you waking up more exhausted than when you went to bed? Is your energy tank on empty by 2 p.m.? Or maybe your intimate drive has quietly faded and no one's talking about it. You're not alone. But what if I told you there's a single vitamin taken at night that could support your testosterone, restore deep sleep, and help you reclaim your vigor, all after age 60? I'm Dr. Barbara O'Neill, a board-certified urologist and men's health specialist. For over 20 years, I've helped thousands of men navigate energy crashes, low libido, poor sleep, and the slow grind of aging. And today, I'm here for you too. If you find this helpful, join our community by subscribing, so you never miss videos designed for men like you, because what's really happening inside your body at night might surprise you. But here's what most men don't realize. Now, the changes you're feeling in your 60s rarely show up all at once. They arrive quietly, subtly, almost politely. A little less drive here, a little more fatigue there. You wake up one morning and the sleep you thought you got, didn't actually restore you. You sit down to read something and suddenly your mind drifts. Or maybe you notice that your confidence, especially in the bedroom, just isn't firing the way it used to. And the truth is, most men shrug these shifts off as just age. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that in my clinic, but the real story happening inside your body is far more specific and far more fixable. What's really going on is a slow, steady decline in testosterone that starts long before you even feel it. After age 50, your body makes less of the hormone that once gave you energy, decisiveness, and that quiet sense of masculine certainty. The tricky part is this: the decline doesn't hit you like a hammer. It drips, day after day, night after night. And because it's so gradual, most men don't connect the dots between low libido, poor sleep, irritability, and the hormone shift happening under the surface. But even more important, your nighttime biology changes. When you were younger, your hormones followed a beautiful rhythm. Melatonin rose in the evening, cortisol dipped low, and testosterone rebuilt quietly through deep sleep. That rhythm is responsible for morning energy, morning drive, and morning confidence. But as you hit your 60s, that rhythm becomes fragile. Melatonin doesn't rise as strongly, cortisol stays a little too high, testosterone doesn't get its nightly repair window, and suddenly the man who used to wake up ready for the day wakes up feeling like he never rested at all. To make things even more challenging, your nutrient absorption decreases with age. Your gut doesn't pull vitamins and minerals from food the way it once did. So even if you think you're eating well, your body may not be getting what it needs to regulate sleep and hormones. And poor sleep, especially poor deep sleep, is one of the fastest ways to sabotage testosterone production. Without that deep restorative stage, the hormonal repair cycle simply cannot happen. But here's the part that surprises most men. One overlooked nighttime vitamin might be the missing link that helps restore that rhythm again. And we'll get into that next. Now, here's the mistake most seniors make, and they think all vitamins are created equal, that you can grab a bottle off the shelf, take it whenever, and expect results. But when it comes to restoring testosterone, improving sleep, and reclaiming that sense of male vitality, timing, form, and synergy matter a lot, especially with one critical nutrient, vitamin D3. You might have heard about vitamin D for bones or immune support, but here's what most men don't know. This is one of the most powerful hormonal regulators your body has. And I don't say that lightly. Vitamin D3 isn't just a vitamin. It's a pro-hormone, meaning your body uses it to build and regulate other hormones, including testosterone. In fact, studies show that men over 60 with low vitamin D3 consistently have lower testosterone, weaker immune responses, and poorer sleep patterns. Not coincidentally, those are often the very men who feel the least like themselves. But here's where things get even more interesting. It's not just about having D3 in your system, it's about when you take it. Your body follows a 24-hour rhythm called your circadian clock that controls everything from hormone production to energy cycles to sleep depth. And vitamin D3 plays a direct role in modulating that cycle. Taking it at night rather than in the morning can help your body reset that clock. Why? Because your system is more receptive to certain hormonal signals in the evening, especially if you've spent your day indoors, away from natural sunlight, which many seniors do. Now let's talk dosage and form. Most men either underdose or take the wrong version. D3 is what your skin naturally produces from sunlight, not D2, which is far less effective. I usually recommend 2,000 to 5,000 IU of D3 depending on your blood levels, always with a K2 cofactor. Why? Because K2 helps direct calcium to your bones, where it belongs, rather than letting it clog your arteries. Without it, D3 can backfire. And because vitamin D is fat soluble, take it with a little healthy fat, like a teaspoon of olive oil or part of your evening meal, to help your body absorb it fully. But just popping a vitamin isn't enough. Most men miss the bigger picture. So let's talk about the 3 common mistakes that block the benefits and how to avoid them. Now here's the mistake most men over 60 make. They take supplements with good intention, but get little to no benefit, and it's not their fault. The supplement industry is flooded with confusing labels, low-quality forms, and timing advice that's flat out wrong for the male body. If you've ever taken something faithfully and still felt tired, foggy, or flat in the bedroom, chances are you've run into one of these exact mistakes, and they're surprisingly easy to fix once you know what to look for. Let's start with the most common misstep. Taking vitamin D in the morning. It sounds harmless, right? Morning is when we take our multivitamins, medications, and coffee. But vitamin D isn't just a daily nutrient. It's a powerful modulator of your body's sleep-wake cycle. When you take it in the morning, especially in isolation, it can spike alertness hormones too early, disrupting melatonin release and pushing your natural rhythm out of sync. In simpler terms, it wakes you up when your body still needs to rest. For men over 60 whose sleep is already fragile, this can mean light sleep, tossing, and waking up tired, exactly what we're trying to avoid. Mistake number 2, using the wrong form. Many over-the-counter supplements still use vitamin D2, which is cheaper but far less effective than D3. D2 isn't what your body expects, and studies have shown it simply doesn't raise blood levels the same way. Even worse, some products use a dry tablet or powder form without any fat. And because vitamin D is fat soluble, your body can't absorb it properly unless there's a healthy fat source present. So what happens? You take it and it passes right through you. And here's mistake number 3, ignoring the supporting cast. Nutrients don't work in isolation. Vitamin D3 needs vitamin K2 to do its job properly, guiding calcium into your bones and out of your arteries, and it needs magnesium to activate the enzymes that convert it into its usable form. Without those allies, your body might be getting D3, but not actually using it. Lastly, let's not forget your gut. As we age, digestion slows down. If your gut health is off due to low stomach acid, medications, or inflammation, you could be losing out on absorption before the vitamin even reaches your bloodstream. So how do you make sure this works for your body? Not just in theory, but in reality. Let's talk straight and build your nighttime routine for real results. But here's what most men never get told. Knowing what to take is only half the battle. The real transformation happens when you turn knowledge into rhythm, a steady nightly ritual that cues your body to rest, repair, and rebuild. And for men over 60, that rhythm is everything. This isn't about chasing perfection. It's about creating a simple routine that works with your biology, not against it. Because when you give your body what it's been asking for, consistently, gently, and with intention, the results can be remarkable. So here's the plan. About 30 to 60 minutes before bed, take your vitamin D3, ideally 2,000 to 5,000 IU, depending on your levels, paired with vitamin K2 and a light healthy fat like a teaspoon of olive oil or a small handful of walnuts. This combination supports hormone production, bone health, and sleep regulation all at once. If you're able, add a low-dose magnesium glycinate. It helps relax your muscles, calms the nervous system, and supports D3 metabolism. You're not just feeding your body nutrients, you're sending a message. It's time to wind down. Next, let's layer in your environment. About 90 minutes before bed, dim the lights. Screens off, or at least use a blue light filter if you need to finish something. Bright light suppresses melatonin. And remember, melatonin is the hormone that signals sleep is safe now. It's one of your testosterone's closest allies. And yet most men are unknowingly sabotaging it with late night TV, tablet scrolling, or harsh overhead lighting. Timing matters too. Finish your last meal at least 2 hours before bed. Why? Because digestion pulls energy and resources that your body should be using for hormonal repair. You want your gut calm, not active. That way, your body can shift into deep sleep, where testosterone rebuilds and cellular repair happens. In 7 days, you may start feeling more rested in the morning. In 14, your mood and focus could feel sharper. By day 30, many men report stronger morning drive, both physically and mentally. But what if you've been struggling for years? What if you feel like it's too late? Let me tell you something. Now here's what I need you to hear, truly hear. You're not broken. I can't tell you how many men I've looked in the eye, men in their 60s, 70s, who've whispered that they feel like a shell of who they used to be. They talk about fatigue that won't go away, about nights where sleep feels shallow and unsatisfying, about how their drive, in every sense of the word, has faded. And underneath all that, there's something deeper, shame. But I want to say this as clearly as I can, that shame does not belong to you. Because what's really happening isn't failure. It's a body that's asking for help in the only way it knows how, through exhaustion, through tension, through fog and forgetfulness and doubt. And the fact that you're watching this tells me something powerful. You're listening, you're open. And that's more than most men allow themselves to be. That takes courage. That's the first real step toward change. You don't need extreme diets or sketchy pills or late night infomercial promises. You need clarity. You need a plan rooted in biology, not hype. That's why I show up here, because I've walked hundreds of men through this journey, and I've seen men who thought it was too late get their vitality back, not by overhauling everything at once, but by choosing one thing, doing it right, and building momentum from there. I've had men start with just one vitamin, taken at night with intention, and weeks later, they're sleeping deeper, their minds are sharper, their morning energy returns, and with that comes something even more valuable, confidence. Not loud, flashy confidence, but the quiet kind, the kind that comes from feeling like yourself again. It's never about perfection, it's about progress. And no matter how long you've been stuck, there is still time. There's still testosterone in your system, still resilience in your cells, still a fire in your bones that hasn't gone out, only dimmed. This simple nightly ritual isn't a fix-all, but it's a start, a line in the sand, a way to say, I'm choosing myself again, because when you start treating your body like it matters, it listens and it responds every time. If you found this valuable, join our community and subscribe so you never miss future guidance designed for men like you. Every week, I break down real science-backed strategies to help you improve your energy, protect your sleep, restore your testosterone, and live with the strength and clarity you deserve, all tailored for men navigating life after 50. This channel isn't about hype or shortcuts. It's about real change, the kind that brings you back to the man you remember being, the man who wakes up with focus, moves through the day with purpose, and rests at night knowing his body is working with him, not against him. You deserve that. You deserve restful nights. You deserve stamina that doesn't fade by mid-morning. You deserve to wake up and feel proud of how you feel. So take that first step. Try the nighttime vitamin. Protect your strength, your drive, your sleep, because you are worth it. And now you know what's really happening inside your body at night might not just surprise you, it might change your life.